So I first heard about understanding the course, Understanding Your Child, from my friends who'd been on the course, and they recommended it to me. But I had also known that as my children were getting to their teenage years, that it was going to be useful for me, and so I really wanted to go on the course myself. I had read books about when my children were babies, what they were going to be like as they hit the terrible twos and the younger years, but as my children got older, I really wanted to know a little bit more about their teenage years and find out for myself the understanding behind why sometimes they behave the way they do. And for me, it was more about knowledge for me and understanding to be able to go and understand my teenagers better. So initially I was really nervous, not knowing anyone else, not knowing what it was going to be like. But over the course of the 10 weeks, it was great to get to know people a little bit better. Each week, people came out of their shell more and more. And it was really great to be able to share experiences of what my teenagers were like, hear other stories about what their children were like, and together we were able to go on a journey of understanding more about our children and how they behave, how their brain works, and just build friendship over those 10 weeks was really, really great. I really enjoyed learning about teenagers' brains on the course. It was really eye-opening to find out about how that works and how it can be rewired. And thinking about, for me, on my own personal journey, it was great within the course to be able to go on a journey around my containment, around myself, and for the facilitators to be able to help me journey through that. One of the big keys I find was around communication and clear communication. And when I speak and communicate, being aware that actually our teenagers don't often or always hear what I've said and how I've communicated it. And the conversation has to be so clear. So I can say something and they've heard something completely different. I say, can you go and put your clothes away now, please? And they've heard, when you're free, when you can be bothered, go put your clothes away, which are two completely different things. And so it's about keeping my emotions in check and realizing that actually, okay, I want something done now. However, their emotions aren't developed fully yet. And so if I then get frustrated that they haven't listened to what I've asked them to do, actually they've not even understood or heard what I've said the way I've said it. And so being able to think and come at it from a teenager's perspective, and so allowing grace for the children, I would say just do it. It was such an easy choice for me once I had spoken to my friends who had done the course, that actually it was going to be so valuable for me and for our family. I learned so much around teenagers' brains, their emotions, and life and having children is a constant journey. I mentioned earlier about the baby years, about the toddler years, and just as they grow, their brains are continually developing, and how our parent has to continually change. What worked when they were babies doesn't work when they're teenagers. And we've got 4 children, and currently their ages are 10 to 17. And what works for the 10-year-old doesn't work for the 17-year-old. And it's about being flexible. Sometimes certain things worked for one child, and certain things don't work for another child. We've got 2 boys and 2 girls, and even sometimes what works for one of the girls doesn't work for the other girl, just because their emotions are so different, the stages of life they're at are so different. And it was just great going on this course, knowing that I was learning and I was able to put into practice what I was learning on a weekly basis with our children. And it was so easy to sign up for the course, and it's great because they've got online facilities where I can continually go back online and refresh my memory, refresh my mind of what I learned on this course. And there are so many other courses that I can go and have a look at as well online, which are just so helpful and able to bless me as I continue my parenting journey.